Okay, so let's get started with the Git workflow tutorials. I'm going to take this slightly quickly because it's not really tough. So here you can see I have a project that we can use as example for us today. Let me quickly open my terminal first. So what I'm going to do is, because we're talking about version control, which is basically multiple developers working on the same project. So I'm going to create two folders on my system trying to mimic two different people. Okay, so I'm going to my documents folder, just so that it's more clear. And I'll make a folder called messy. Okay, actually I should do this here. Okay, so I made a folder called messy. So messy will be developer 1, and I'll make a folder called Ronaldo. Ronaldo will be developer 2. Cool. So let me now go into the messy folder, and this is where I'll clone the project for developer 1. So this is the project. Cloning, I'm assuming everyone knows how to do. So git clone, there you go. I've cloned the project for developer 1. Let me go into developer 2's folder, git clone. Cool. So what I've done is I've cloned the projects in two folders. This is not something that you will do. This is something that I'm doing just to show that two different people are working on projects on the same project. So first things first. So let us assume throughout the tutorial, most of the times you're going to be Ronaldo. Only when I need to show you all two things, I might switch to Messi also. So the project is cloned for Ronaldo. Let us see which branch we are on. Okay. Oops. We need to enter the project folder. Very common mistakes, trust me. So git branch. So it says we are on the master branch. So branches are basically copies of the same code where you can do some changes and it won't affect the other branches. If I want to see all the branches that's available in the whole repository, I'll do git branch -r. Yeah. So you can see these are all the branches that this repository has, and we are currently on origin/master. So you can see this also an origin/development. So normally companies will have 2 or 3 global branches. Master or main branch is where the production code lives. That code never has to be touched. Only when something is absolutely working and ready to go live, that's when code goes into master. Sometimes there's a staging branch. If not, then there's a development branch. Sometimes it might also be called a develop branch. So a development branch is where the code that developers are working on, whether they are partial features, full features, bug fixes, the development branch is the first branch where it gets merged into. And only when it's working properly in the development branch, that's when it goes to the master branch. But deployment is a whole different topic. So let's say now I want to go to my development branch because that's where I want to push my codes. So I'll say git checkout development. Why did it? Okay. So git branch development. Everything looks fine. Nice. Git branch -r. If you can see, I'm in development branch. This one, I was at this. Now I'm here. You can see it's green. So I'm in development. Okay. So now I have been given a task. I need to work on that task. Let's say I have been told to design a testimonials section. Okay. So I have been told to do the UI development of the testimonial section for this website. So now I need to create a new branch where I will do my coding because I can't do my coding on the development branch because that's where the global code lives. So I'll create a new branch. So git checkout -b tells Git that this is a new branch. This is not an existing branch. If you remember before when we wanted to switch to an existing branch, we just said git checkout development, but now it's a new branch and it's a feature. It's a new feature that I'm building. So I call it feature slash, what was it? Testimonials UI development. Okay. Normally, if you are using some project management tool like ClickUp or Jira, you can also put the ticket ID over here. So let's say I'm using ClickUp. So ClickUp as a ticket ID, something like this. So you would add it over here. So that's the whole branch name. Let's create this. So now if you do git branch, we are currently at this branch, and this is where I'm going to do all my coding. Once I'm happy with my code, I'm going to push it, raise a PR to development branch. Okay. So let us understand few things. How Git projects, Git branches are to be named. So we can either name them feature slash something. Okay, so we do this when we are developing a new feature, a new UI, something new that's getting into the project. If we are fixing some bug that we created before, we call that branch bug fix slash something. So this is where we do all the bug fixes. And very rarely used, hopefully never to be used, is the last naming convention, hotfix slash something. So hotfix slash something means there's a bug in live, but I can't go through the whole development flow. I need to quickly fix this in the live version, but I fix it some other way in my development code. Then we do hotfix slash whatever the fix is and directly merge it to master most of the times, because we don't want to go through the whole flow of going to development and then going to master. There are a lot of reasons why you would want to do this, but ideally we try to avoid hot fixes altogether. If you can go through the whole flow to fix something, it's the best case scenario. Okay. What else? Yeah, again, a very common mistake um, made by developers. We learn about, oh, okay, so I have to create a branch to do something. And what am I doing in the branch? I'm creating a section. So I'll just say feature UI or section UI development, or I'll just say bug fixes, or I'll just say bug fix QA fixes. Okay, so these are really bad names because the branch name does not give me any information about what's happening, what section. The only good thing about these names is that it follows the kebab case convention, which all branch names should follow. It should always be kebab case. It shouldn't be camel case. It shouldn't be Pascal case or anything like this. It should always be kebab case. It's a convention that we follow, so just follow it. What else can I talk about? I think that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Hope you got it. We'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.